A word about hustling for youngsters and middle timers, dealing with very special needs daughter while I'm in the hustle, lack of healthy habits while hustling, organizing the home, the business place, what it feels like to eat shit, batching anything that you can, such as YouTube tags and Instagram hashtags, and also contracts and invoices. Welcome to another edition of Up and In It. I'm your host, Adrian Babashoff, and if you're new here, welcome as well. And if you're wondering what the show's about, it is entirely dedicated to creating a lifestyle design that improves quality of life for people and planet, exploring alternatives to the daily grind through liberation and independence, moving you from surviving to thriving and living life. Raw! Finally, we got a day to go in the studio/pantry doghouse. And coming at you guys today with hustling. This is 2019, the hustle. The mini retirement is pretty much, it's over, guys. It's all hustle. I miss the beach so much. Oh my God. I'm still going to go there if I'm able to work online, because I can do that from anywhere. That's the life that I've chosen. That's the lifestyle design. But I wanted to talk to you guys today. Keep this content up and rolling. I'm experiencing burnout and I'm working my ass off here, and I know everybody's busy, and I just kind of wanted to go on a couple of notes here. And the first one I want to do is a word about hustling for youngsters and middle-aged people, middle timers as I call them. You guys, if you're in something that you don't like, if you're living a life that you hate, doing a 9 to 5, or even just hustling your ass off, man, and you want to get out, the best time to do that is for when you're in your 20s, man. When in your teens, your 20s, and maybe even your 30s before you have kids and things like that. This segment right here, this first few minutes is dedicated to the young. You guys, you get one shot at this, man. It is very difficult. Is it impossible to do when you're older? I'm in my mid-40s. No, but it definitely takes a lot of shit, which you're going to hear today. So my advice, a word to when you're young, man, get out there and make something happen. Find something that you love to do. If not something that you love to do, something that makes you really good money to fit whatever lifestyle you need. This is not a show about how to be a millionaire. There's plenty of other people out there to do that. This is about real life stuff. This isn't about showing off about how I drive a Ferrari. I don't do any of that, guys. I'm not a millionaire, and I don't think I'll ever. I have nothing against being a millionaire. If it landed in my lap, or if there was an effort that I could make where I didn't have to literally kill myself to get there and do it honestly, I would. But I just want to maintain and have a quality of life with my kids and my dog who's laying at my feet right now. And for myself, I like to enjoy a lot of the simple things in life. In order to do that, it takes hustle, man. And if you guys aren't familiar with me, I have a special needs 11-year-old daughter who's in diapers, and I've said this over and over again. But I had help. The way I got out of this was in my later mid-30s is I had their mother, who I'm divorced from. She was able to watch both my kids for me and maintain a household. So I was able to do a single income family. I was able to make that happen, and I worked my ass off to get where I'm at. So it just didn't just happen. But now we're in a danger zone where I need to transition out of it, guys. And this pertains, I'm sticking to the subject here. We're getting to the point is that it's where I possibly am going to have to take care of my daughter full time by myself. And this could happen at any time. Having a special needs kid it's crazy, guys. It's really a circus of life. Now, how am I supposed to do that being an entrepreneur? I built my empire and all of my wealth and everything on the premise of being a construction business owner. And with a special needs daughter, you sure as hell ain't going to do that. So I'm trying to transition out of that. And I've got a couple of ideas for businesses that I'm doing. But I've got to double up now. So back in my 30s or even my 20s, if I would have done this, if I can go back to my past self and tell them, hey, as everybody says, I wish I would have known then what I know now. I would definitely say, man, find something that you can do to ease your life up before you start a family or before you start getting too old, and in a mortgage and credit with college and everything. I mean, you got to try to figure it out now. So moving on forward, and the middle timers. Is you guys, we got to double up, and I think that's what I wanted to talk today. Is that's what I'm going through is the hustle. Let me explain it to you guys. So yes, I'm still able to work right now doing my construction business, but on top of that, I'm doing these podcasts and these YouTube videos, Instagram, Facebook, and all this just for the Up and In It show. On top of that, I'm doing all of that stuff as well, very slowly, for my new biodegradable container gardening. This is There's a website going up. It's biodegradablecg.com. Should be up hopefully today or tomorrow. But biodegradablecg is at Instagram, and it's basically, I'm starting a whole new business, guys, of trying to sell these 100% biodegradable farming techniques, ebook, maybe videos, how-tos, and it's consuming all of my time, and it is just, it's crazy. It is definitely crazy. And this brings me in with my daughter. Well, how do I manage my time? I think a lot of people would be interested in that. And you know what? The sad thing is that I don't. What I've decided, what I've justified, and some of you might get angry at me right now, but what I've decided I need to do is I need to ignore my kid. And I don't mean entirely, guys. I'm not saying get the hell out of here, I don't want to see your face. She likes watching YouTube videos and things like that, and when I have her full-time with me during the week, certain weekdays, I just let her watch the phone, and I get in here and I work on my computer. I start organizing my home, getting ready for the big hustle when I'm roofing and doing all this stuff at the same time, and basically it's putting it on ignore. And the way I justify that is I'm the only one. It's kind of a tall tale, a lot of detail that goes into it, but I'm basically the only one that can handle my daughter. I figured that if I hustle for about 6 months, I should have an idea if I have some sort of following with my burlap business, and if I could I'm building websites and things at nighttime. You guys understand this is from 5 a.m. every day, 7 days a week, to no earlier than 10. The alarm's set for midnight if I'm going above, and that's my cutoff time, so I can at least get like 4 or 5 hours of sleep a day. And I try to choose like every 2 weeks. I'll try to do a sleep-in day just to catch up, or sometimes once a week, just one day, and I can't really sleep in, but I'll go to bed early. I've got no problem. I think a lot of people say, I got trouble sleeping. I think it means you're not doing enough shit, man. Just bottom line. Some people may have some weird habits or something, but I'm like, dude, when you work, when you're hustling, like I'm doing, you have no problem passing out. If you're not sleeping, I think you're just not doing enough. Just my opinion. Don't want to pick on anybody. So yeah, it's better for my daughter to spend a little bit of time with me than ending up in a home, or an institution of some sort. Well, at least I have her and I can protect her and be with her for a few minutes here, a few minutes there. I do dedicate after 5 p.m. to cook dinner and spend time with her till about 7. So lack of healthy habits, guys, is just really sucks. Those of you who are following me, I try to do breathing techniques in the morning. I try to do salt under my tongue for high blood pressure. And I've talked about this. I do meditation, creative visualization, and just trying to get rid of some stress. And within the hustle, I'm just completely bypassing them. I'm barely even getting my cardio anymore. And when I start roofing full time, I'm not going to even be getting cardio. I figure I get my cardio in construction, working on a roof. When you pick up a 100-pound roll and you climb up a ladder 1 story, you know what I mean? That's it gets you out of breath, and I think that's some sort of cardio. So I'm fortunate to have in my business that there is some physical labor involved. And if you're a pencil pusher or a computer geek or an office worker or just stationary, you guys need to up that game. You need to at least go for a 10-minute walk a day, and it'll help. It'll make a bad day good and a good day even better, man. But try to fit it in there. But don't lose sight of your health. Right now, I'm organizing my home. I'm basically going in and looking at anything that can cause me trouble, anything that could snag me. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, I got attacked by mice that are eating all my food, so I'm washing all of my clothes and dishes and putting everything in Tupperwares. I got to find these fucking Tupperwares that'll fit my drawers, because the mice are getting in the drawers and they're shitting all over my daughter's clothes and their diapers and my canning lids and silverware, and it's just been a pain in the ass. So I'm kind of getting my land legs about things like that. Also, I have a canopy over my barbecue. I kind of redesigned it a little bit this year so that I don't have to move stuff. I have a whole outdoor kitchen basically, and when it rains, it gets everything wet, and that's not good. So things like that, just going in before I'm taking time off now, but I'm hustling it and getting all those unforeseen things all manageable and trying to automate anything that I can and stack functions anywhere that I can. For those of you who don't know, stacking functions is just having something do multiple purposes. It does multiple things. Also, I want to organize my workspace. So I still have to go in and organize my work trailer with all my tools. I get things such as nails and screws, and I got to take inventory to know, because when you're a one-man band and you're hustling like I am, and you're missing one little bolt, right, or one little screw, you got to stop the whole job, put things away, drive all the way to the material house and get it started again, and that doesn't help anybody. So in my case, it's good to buy a bunch of stuff. And I think for me too, because I'm also a office worker, I do sales, so making sure you have pens that work. There's nothing worse than going and having somebody ready to sign a contract and you don't have a fucking pen. They're only a few dollars. Go buy yourself a whole bunch, get reserves, things like that. Organize everything so that you're streamlining your life and you can reduce the amount of stress. So next I want to talk about, this comes from Gary Vaynerchuk, I've learned to like to eat shit. And I want to take you guys on the journey. As I said, I'm burning out a little bit. So I don't want to not do shows, but I don't want to give you guys a shit show, just a filler. So I kind of want to document as he recommended. He says, if you can't create, document. And I think that my life might be of some interest to you guys to understand what it looks like to eat shit. This whole summer, for the past 4 months, I've been bragging and showing off my mini retirements of 2019, but now this is the hustle of 2019, and I think it might be of some interest. And like I said, guys, 7 days a week. I don't go out to movies. I don't go out to restaurants. Very rarely do I go out to eat. When I do, it's got to be sushi. There's a couple other things like some Thai food and but for the most part, guys, it's hitting the nose down to the grind. And I've got to do this. The ex-wife is possibly not going to be able to take care of my kids, so I've got to work extra hard because this could happen at any day. The rug could just be pulled out from underneath me. My whole world will turn upside down. So if you guys didn't have these obstacles to jump through, and you guys kind of followed my story and what I'm doing, I could see you guys, and no matter what situation you guys are in, I could say that with confidence. You guys would be able to excel within a year. You would be off. Within, like, my plan is 6 months. If I'm doing these Instagram posts for my burlap business and videos and everything, within 6 months, if I ain't got a decent following, then I know I suck, or I just might not have enough interest in what I'm doing. I expect at least 100 subscribers or something from the biodegradable container gardening. Going out there and fishing. And the last thing I want to leave you guys with is batching. I've learned this, actually, I'm going to go first with my business though. What I've done is I made templates for myself for invoices and for contracts, right? Because I'm in roofing construction, so there's tile roofs, asphalt shingle roofs, slate, hot mop, silicone, acrylic, all this. So basically what I've done is I've pre-made all these templates where I can actually just copy and paste, or I can highlight and delete, and I try to get every single scenario that I can from all of my contracts. It took a lot of time, but you guys doing this, now when I'm on a job, I can actually write up a contract within minutes. All I got to do is fill in the address, the name, phone number, email, date, and all that, and that's pretty much it. And then the price. And then I've got multiple 3 to 4 different contracts with variable prices and scopes of work that my clients can check on, and it's immediate. As soon as you get the people hot and ready to go, that's when you want to get them, as I said, and make sure you got that fucking pen and they can sign it up, and it makes your life a lot easier. I don't know exactly what it is that you guys do, but I just want to share this tactics with you. The next one is what I've learned with YouTube tags and Instagram hashtags. For those of you who don't know, in the description when you do a YouTube video or an Instagram post, you want to use hashtags to get an explanation of, so the cookies can find you, the spiders, and also people. It makes your content relevant, right? So in Instagram, for instance, it's like up to 30 you're allowed. And the more you do, the more discoverability you're going to find. And this is very important for my burlap business. So what I've done is the same thing I've done with my contracts. I've got labels of, say, inspiration or container gardening, fertilizer, bokashi, all kinds of different things where I got like, and they're layered in 5 hashtags, right? So that I know, hey, I could pick 5 from inspiration, I could pick 5 from tomatoes, 5 from bokashi, and then you see where I'm going, and there's a list of, say, about 15, say, under bokashi, right? But they're separated in layers of 5, so I always know I can alternate. I can take the next one and slide it up to the top, and take the one I just used at the bottom as a system, knowing, hey, I already used this one, because I guess Instagram, as far as my knowledge goes, you can't be posting the same hashtags over and over again. You got to mix them up. So now it's just copy and paste. Those little things, when you're running Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, podcasts and stuff on multiple platforms for multiple businesses, that really helps out a lot. So I hope that helps you guys to try to figure out what you can do for your life. That's where I'm at. 100% hustle and eating fucking shit, guys. I don't know how else to put that to you guys, but I love what I'm doing. I hate roofing. I hate being in the construction business, but I love the money. I love what it affords me. It's not necessarily the money. I don't give a shit about money. When I look at money in the bank, as my bank account starts to swell, it's the time off that I'm able to have because of that money. I think that's my relationship is a lot different than other people. Some people just like to lay in bed and rub it all over their faces and everything, and their nipples. I'm like, no. I just look at that. I'm like, that is a vacation. That's gas money for me and my kids next year to go wherever the fuck we want on our mini retirement. And that's maybe a house or retirement, whatever you guys are into. I mean, that's how I see it. It's what the money affords me. So blabbing off here, but as I always say, guys, if you like this sort of thing, check us out on Facebook. Everywhere it's at Up and In It. Instagram, where I post every single day to show you guys. Right now it's the hustle. There's the YouTube videos, and there's the platforms for the podcast. And everywhere that I'm posting, I may add Pinterest soon, I'm not sure. But everywhere I'm posting, there's a little bit of some different stuff that you won't get on all the others. The Facebook group is private, and I made it that way so we can kick out any assholes. We're a community of people who think like-minded. We can all share information and be a family there and kick anybody out who's a threat or being a bully. So with that, don't lose your muchness. Carry on the fire. Human up. Live it. Love it. Own it. Bone it.